a logo needs to work. And if it works, it can endure. It can stay around for a long time. And over time, build recognition and equity. But how do we know what would work? There are three basic criteria that we found over the years that make sure that a logo would work. The first is that it's appropriate in form and concept. And we say appropriate, not expressive. A logo can't say much. But it can be appropriate in the feeling, in the character of it, in the personality. So if it's in sports, maybe it's dynamic and bold. If it's in fashion, it's elegant. It's the feeling of it. The second criteria is that it be distinctive and memorable, that it be special enough to persist in the mind. So you see it once or twice, maybe you can doodle it for yourself, you can describe it to someone. That means that it's special. It's different from everything else that you've seen. And the last, maybe most important one, is that it's simple enough to work in every situation, in large size, in signs, in three-dimensional applications, in tiny applications online, in social media, in pixel formats. That is very important. If we're thinking about startup ventures, the situation is very different, the considerations are very different. For us, the first thought that you have to have is about the name before you ever think about a logo. So meet Dina Kaplan. She is an entrepreneur that along with two friends, she started Blip TV, the leading platform worldwide for original web series. The word TV felt a little anachronistic and a little antiquated for us. So we came to them and said, well, should you be Blip TV? Today, it's not just the name, it's also the URL in which the name must be anchored. And we thought, instead of Blip TV, shouldn't it be blip.com? I mean, how strong is it to own a four-letter word like blip? And then we were able to design just blip, which freed us to do something really great. The B and the P are the same, and the dot just pushed over to make a blip. And that logo was so simple and bold that it really worked in all the applications. And this is something we always look at, right? What does it look like in context? But not everybody has a name problem. Open English, which some of you may know, is a great name. In fact, it's one of the best names that anybody ever came to us with. We thought, let's keep the focus on the name, but let's do something that also evokes the medium, the screen. You know, for them, Open English for their customers means improving their financial situation. It means walking through a door of opportunities. So for us to make the word also in all lowercase, that makes this line that goes right through the screen, and also makes it maybe less proper, but more today and friendlier, was great. And you know, it works great on their page, but it also makes a nice browser icon right in that frame on an angle. And you know, the business cards look great. And again, the most important thing is all the ways that the logo works. You know, it makes a great app icon, and against their enemy, it really becomes much bolder and stronger. Why look for something simple? If you look in the history, what we call the natural selection of logos that evolved over time, we can see a clear trend. They become simpler and simpler, less and less complicated. And this table shows the time that each version lasted. And the simplest endures and lives the longest. That's because it works better. It works in small sizes, it works in 3-dimension, it works in digital formats, and so on. A logo will not change hearts and minds. It's not going to make people love you or hate you. People's feelings about your company will be determined by their experience with you, with your services, with your product. So we think of a logo as a flag. It doesn't say much about the country it represents. It says actually nothing. But it's bold and it's distinctive, and over time, it becomes a vessel that can hold everything, all the associations and the feelings that we have with a country. And the reason that flags are the most effective identities is that they have lasted for a long, long time.